That's cleared, settled, sent back in by Michael Farfan, but then it's cleared away. And it will go out of play. Union will have possession when we resume in the 34th minute. That's Frankie Klopas. He replaced Carlos de los Cobos in 2011. That experiment failed after a short run.
Both of these teams this evening have front lines that have little time playing with one another, and both in different ways are struggling to have chemistry.
Zach McMath put it back in play. 5 shutouts in the season for young Zach. Pushing it upfield. Daniel tried to get to it. Michael Farfan. Into the box for Hoffman! Union score! Hoffman's first!
And I believe it may have been an own goal.
Don't tell that to Chandler.
If you're closest, you get it, don't you?
We'll find out.
That's waking up the crew. Ball played in. Freddie Adu. Nice little ball. Chandler comes, and it is.
Yeah.
It's.
I think you're right.
Yep. Played across, but he still put the pressure, and he froze both Johnson. Ani Baba actually played it into his own goal.
Ani Baba holding it. He and McDonald were trying to read each other. This is McDonald cutting it. Gains the end line. Right in front. There's the tying goal. Chris Rolfe came flying through, but McDonald set it up.
And McDonald's pace surprised Samari, because there was no doubt the only place he could go was to the goal line. And yet he shows it, dips his shoulder, gets his shoulder inside, plays it. Poor marking, central defense, simple goal. Well played. Textbook cross into the box. 2 players standing unmarked between Brian Carroll and Akugo.
Third goal for Chris Rolfe, and it's a big one because it comes right before halftime. Some traveling supporters. Ani Baba firing at a corner.
Good work back by Keon Daniel to support Raymond Gaddis. These are the times, this was the time in the match last week in the first half. You got to button it up. You give nothing away.
A little better than a half minute to go if the referee plays true to 2 minutes of stoppage. Here's McMath coming out, and it was knocked in. McMath came out, but it was deflected in. A sea of red and the Fire take the lead.
I believe it was Friedrich.
That's who's joining in the celebration. I saw too many in red going for that ball.
Ball played in. Friedrich gets there.
Yep.
And if Zach's going to come out for that ball, you've got to get it.
Huge for the Fire.
Pardo plays the ball in, very direct. Friedrich gets up over Gaddis. Beats Zach McMath for the go-ahead goal. Dangerous Chicago is on the counter. It's exhausting to put the effort in that is required when you're chasing the game this way.
Chris Rolfe is on the move the other way. Against the run of play there. The shot taken, and it's a goal off McMath. Looked like he got it off his right hand. Chris Rolfe makes it 3-1, and it's getting worse for the Union.
And again, I think that the replay will show that Zach was a little bit back on his heels off balance. Rolfe comes in from distance. That's about 20 yards, and Zach is just not balanced and set for that shot. That's typically a shot he saves.
It's off his hand. Yeah.
Rolfe comes down, puts his head down. Zach is set, but he was moving, and the ball came to his left. Just wasn't set to make the save.
And this was after the Fire were defending at the other end, where the Union looked like they were threatening, but instead